What's up, everybody? Happy Friday afternoon. I mean, we are flying through this week. We've got stocks moving. We've got bonds moving. I mean, we're having a hell of a week. We had the debate last night. We saw some individual stocks named, like your Modernas, your Pfizer's. Biden made a bold statement about the steel industry. So I mean, we have had plenty of work to do this week. So welcome everybody to our Friday edition of our midday show. If you haven't been with us before for this show, I'll just give you a quick idea as to what we're trying to do. In short, we do a really good job, and we do a lot of article written headliney type content at Benzinga. We've seen our users 5x over the course of the year, which is amazing to see so many people interested in the markets and so many people that we're able to inform. One key piece of feedback that we keep receiving from people over and over again is that we don't do enough video content. We do all these articles. We've got a squawk alert, but we don't do a ton of video. So we said, you know what, we're going to give it a go. We're going to do some video. We're going to do it Benzinga style. We're going to do it off the cuff. We're going to talk to the chat, and we're just going to try to get things going. So welcome everybody to our Friday show. And I'm seeing the numbers start to trickle in. All right. What's up? We got who? Alexander. We got Yarden Abroad TV. What's up, guys? I want to start us off with a game today. I mean, this is something that I think will be fun. Drop in the chat one stock that you would own for a year if you couldn't look at your portfolio, right? If you couldn't even know what the price was, you can't adjust the position. You're just buying a stock. You're holding it for a year. We're going to come back a year from now and see what the heck this thing is doing. What stock is that? Throw that in the chat, and I'll get us started. Mine is Google. When I think about names that I want to hold for a long period of time, I try to think about stocks that are so embedded in their systems. They're worked into businesses. They're worked into people's lives. There are things that are going to be difficult for businesses, for consumers to work out of their daily routines. And Google is one of those stocks. And that's sort of my segue to a segment we're going to be doing at let's see, about 10 minutes from now, where we're actually going to have one of Benzinga's developers on, a software developer. And he's going to tell us about one of those stocks that's not as prominent as Google, but is still really embedded in businesses. So stay tuned for that one. We're going to do that about 12:20. And all right, we got stocks flying in. Let's hear these names. We got first one, I see PSH. And you know what? I got to pull up my Benzinga Pro so I can share my screen. Hold on one sec, guys, while I do that. And PSH isn't a name that I know. Unless that is Pershing Square, the Bill Ackman one. But let's take a look. I got to find my little Zoom window. All right. And we are good to share. All right. PSH. Wait, there's no stock that's PSH, is there? I'm not getting it. All right, what else do we have? We got some apples. I think Apple is absolutely another good one. You got Snowflake, Citi, Tesla, McDonald's, Neo, OGI. What's OGI? See, I like these ones that aren't as obvious. I gave a super obvious one. Let's take a look at this OGI, Organogram. I'm guessing this is a cannabis stock. Let's see, and it is. All right, cannabis stock in there. STMP, is that stamps.com? Okay, stamps.com. I don't really know about this business, but I'm gonna go on a rant for a second. But when was the last time that you guys mailed something? I know that they do a lot of business mailing, but but if it's a stock I'm holding for a long period of time, like I'm not looking at mail as the future of communication, of delivery. Again, I know that they do a ton of business stuff. But that's okay. That's an interesting one. We got Snowflake in there. Snow, the hottest IPO of the year. We got some Palantir. Nice. I love to see the Palantir. I pitched this one yesterday. Just took a position for the first time yesterday. A little bit below $10. The stock's down a little bit today. But awesome. All right, we got some stocks. And what I want to do is I want to throw out an election pick. So it's Virtu Financial. VIRT. So that's Victor India Romeo Tango. That is my election stock. You know, when you're hearing all these pundits talking about, you know, here are the stocks to own for a Joe Biden presidency, a Trump presidency. I mean, I think these are all played out, right? Like the solar names, you know, other renewable energy stocks, oil, that sort of thing. I think a lot of those plays are played out. So here's what I think is a unique angle of a stock to think about into the election. So what this company does is they are a market maker. The more volatility that we have in the market, the more volume that we have, Virtu is going to make more money. They capitalize when there's a lot of volume in the market, when spreads get wider with volatility, that's when Virtu Financial shines. And headed into this election, I don't think that there's any of us out here who think that there's going to be less volatility and less volume surrounding the election. If everybody agrees with me that there's going to be more volatility, more volume into the election, hit a one into the chat. I think that's almost a truth, almost a given. And what is interesting is I was looking at the estimates, the earnings estimates for both revenue and EPS for Virtu, and the additional volume and volatility they should see into the election is not built into the estimates. The for some reason it's not forecast into the consensus that the sell side analysts are predicting, which is why I think that there should be upside on this stock. You know, when that earnings report comes out. Couple other facts about it. They paid a 4.5% dividend, so you get paid pretty well just to hold the stock. You're not going to get 4.5% out of any banking product. Stock is only trading at 1x annual revenue. So the revenue is equal to the market cap. Average for the S&P 500 is 2.5 times. Stock is only trading at 2 times EV to EBITDA versus a 15-time EV to EBITDA average on the S&P 500. So that's my stock, VIRT, Virtu Financial. And alrighty, I'm going to kick us over. I want us to go look at one of these stocks that I think could potentially be like a Google in that it's super embedded into, like, infrastructurally embedded into the internet and how the internet operates. And I'm going to bring one of our developers on. And while I'm bringing him onto the stream, guys, drop your thoughts on Virtu into the chat. I want to, what I love is I love being proved wrong. Right. So if there are things that I'm not thinking about, if there's places where the thesis doesn't hold up, I want to hear about it. So go ahead and show me that. All right. And I name myself Neil Hamilton again.
Hey, Luke.
Every time, John, I'm Neil Hamilton on Zoom. I don't know why. I change it every day. My computer, you know, thinks I'm Neil Hamilton. So I think the takeaway is you got a short Zoom or short Luke. It's one of the two.
Yep.
All right, but what's up, John? Welcome. I think this is probably your first time on a Benzinga live stream.
It definitely is. It's good to be here with you, Luke. Live with Benzinga.
There we go. You get to make your appearance to the Benzinga family, to everybody that we got out there hanging out with us today. And basically what we're trying to do is we're trying to give people ideas, not just ideas coming from us, but also guests that we bring on and ideas out of the chat. I mean, we've got to have like one of the most engaged chat communities of any of these financial live streams. And in terms of the number of people who are watching compared to the number of people who are chatting, I mean, the ratio is insane. So John, the stock that I wanted to talk to you about is Cloudflare. It's a name that's been hot. It gets a decent bit of attention. I mean, look at this rip that it had. I believe that was off of earnings, right? The stock gap from about $44 to $55. Hell of a move. What does Cloudflare do? As a software engineer, tell us what Cloudflare does.
Yeah, so Cloudflare is quite clearly an internet company, and they're an internet company that helps other internet companies. So like companies like Benzinga is, you know, a target customer of Cloudflare's business. And so Cloudflare, you know, all these internet companies built, so Google, Amazon, all these internet companies built out these cloud computing programs for software engineers to move all their software to the cloud. And what Cloudflare does in an age where everyone wants really quick data or really quick access to their content, to their videos, Cloudflare provides nice products to easily allow developers like myself or other developers at Benzinga to easily distribute that content in a very quick way with nice products that help you understand the performance of what's happening with your content delivery network. Among a number of other products around security that make it easy to prevent bots from trying to take down your site when they're trying to do denial of service attacks, or among a number of other products. Me intimately, I'm not too familiar with
here's a question that I have. Once a company has integrated Cloudflare, how easy is it for them to switch off? And the reason why I'm asking is I think Salesforce is done more amazing of a job at this than any other company on the market. Once companies get onto Salesforce, it's ticker CRM, it's nearly impossible to get off. You lose so much data. You have so many business processes surrounding it. Is that the case for Cloudflare, ticker NET November Echo Tango?
That is a great question. I would say they probably are not as far as Salesforce would be to having that level of stickiness, though it's one of those products where, you know, a company nowadays just they're going to need it, and they will find they do have competitors for some of their products that might be easy to switch, but then there will be the products that Cloudflare offers that is going to be really hard for that company to switch or find other third parties to offer that service. So I would say probably not as far along as a company like Salesforce into that level of stickiness, though there definitely will be for many clients that level of stickiness.
So if you had to give us then a really easy for companies to switch off of their product, a medium for companies to switch off of their product, and almost impossible for companies to switch off, you're somewhere in the middle, it sounds like.
Yeah, maybe a little higher than medium. Like it really depends on what services you're trying to use with Cloudflare, because Cloudflare offers a number of internet services for companies like ourselves, whether it be a content distribution network, and Amazon offers that, Fastly offers that, but there are specific tools that you might need in your application where if you're just using the basic content delivery network, you might be able to switch. But if you're going into, you need all the bells and whistles of your content delivery network, you're going to definitely likely find that product in Cloudflare versus a number of other competitors that they have.
And guys, everybody in the chat, if you've got questions about Cloudflare from a software developer's perspective, and John is a developer who works on Benzinga.com, and we have a big site with millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of pages loaded every single month. So if you have questions about the stock or the B2B software space in general, drop them in. But John, let me ask you one last question. This is probably the hardest, but also the most important for all of us who are thinking about this from a stock perspective. And I'm not asking you from the perspective of the stock, but from the perspective of the company itself. I mean, what indication do you have as to them being more adopted, less adopted, how far along the curve of sales and customers they have, et cetera?
Yeah, that's a great question. I would say that there is still a massive shift to moving to the cloud, even for people just switching to Amazon. And I think it's just going to continue with these niche products that companies continue to get on the cloud. They're going to be moving to products like Cloudflare when they find it's much more effective for the developers to work on and use with their suite of products than it is hosting or trying to pull these things off themselves, or even using some of the bigger players like Amazon. They'll find a lot of opportunity to use products that Cloudflare offers. So a lot of opportunity for a lot more people to be using these products.
Okay, awesome. And all right, and that's last question on Cloudflare. But I'm gonna ask you one more. This is a question I asked to the chat at the top of the show. We got a ton of answers in. It's what stock, if you had to buy a stock, you can't look at it for a year. You can't know the price. You can't trade it. You've got no idea what's going on for a year. What stock is that? Mine was Google. In the chat, we saw a lot of Apples. We saw some Palantirs. You got a McDonald's in there, some Snowflakes. What's your stock? You got to pick one.
Well, I would say Tesla, and the reason is I was a big believer in it over a year ago, and everyone was hating on it. Kept buying it. It was going down, and obviously a hell of a ride up over the last year. And I'm the type of investor who's investing in the long term. Like, I don't know where this is going in the next year, but honestly, like Elon Musk and all the products and things that he's doing with Tesla is, to me, it's for the next decade, next two decades, it's the company to own. And yeah, that's my pick.
Cool. And I got a question for you, John, out of the chat. It's about, do you know Limelight Networks? I think that's Lima Lima November Whiskey.
I'm not familiar with Limelight Networks.
Okay, there's a question as to whether or not it's a Cloudflare competitor, but then I guess the answer is we don't know. But holy shit, this thing's getting smacked today. They must have had some bad numbers out. Let's look real quick. All right, so Limelight, they reported, it looks like yesterday after the close. All right, so they missed on EPS. They had negative a penny versus 2-cent estimate. They had sales that they actually beat on. So the earnings numbers weren't horrible by any means. But guidance is bad. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. They expected guidance of EPS guidance 0 to 10 cents, lowered it to negative 2 to 8. So that's where they got hit. Wave of downgrades this morning. So I don't know if whoever asked about Limelight, if you know the stock, throw some throw it in the chat. If you got a thesis, long or short on it, throw it in the chat so we can all check it out. But all right, awesome, John. Cool. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Luke.
Absolutely. All right.
All right. Have a good day, guys.
All right, a little preview of what's to come. We haven't really talked about crypto on this show yet. So we're going to be doing a little bit of crypto. We're going to, Jason, the Razman, is going to be hopping on with us in a few minutes here. With him, he's going to be bringing Steve Ehrlich. He is the CEO of Voyager Digital, a crypto platform. I'm eager to hear some of the crypto chat. It's one of those things where, you know, I'm a stock guy through and through. Stocks are what I trade, what I love. Over 10 years trading, investing in stocks, and I've been like crypto curious, I think is the way to put it. You know, and I think that there's a lot of us out there. I talk to a lot of Benzinga users, and the vast majority are crypto curious, right? It's something that is interesting. It's like, how the hell do I buy this? You know, what is it safe? You know, what's the time horizon on this? And that's sort of what I'm at. So eager to get some of that crypto chat going. Taking a look at our chat in YouTube as well. We got Dapper Romeo throwing out a ticker OXY. That's Oxy. Let's take a look at that one. Occidental Petroleum. So that's clearly an oil stock. I mean, this thing got hammered when the whole oil industry got hammered. Yeah, look at that. $32 down to 12 pretty much in 2 days. Yeah, pour one out for all the oil stocks out there. They had two things happen back to back. They had, I think it was the Russia Saudi Arabia feud is what I think it was, and oil prices dropped like 20% overnight, and then coronavirus happened at the same time. So tough run for those stocks. I mean, if anybody didn't watch the debate last night, so a key item to take away from an investing perspective is that Joe Biden did come out and say very directly that he would end oil industry subsidies, would work to wind down the U.S. oil industry, reallocate those resources over to renewable energies. You know, I think that's really the only tidbit that us market folks need to know, and that's a big one. And all right, I'm clicking over to my Zoom now. I see Jason Benzinga, CEO, is here. I see Steve Ehrlich, CEO of Voyager, crypto company I just previewed, is here. I'm going to pull both of these guys onto the stream. All right, Jason, Steve, can you hear us? Can we see you? Steve,
I am
all
here.
right. There we go. And you look at that. You even have a nice background.
Nothing better than being here with you and Raz. This is awesome. It's like I enjoy this. This is like some of our conversations. It's great.
Exactly. It's off the cuff, man. We're doing it Benzinga style. This is not polished, right? This is an idea sharing network. Out of the chat on the stream, we're gonna start bringing guests onto the streams shortly too. It's just like the live idea sharing network.
That's awesome. That's the same way we operated Voyager, right? I mean,
can you guys hear me though?
We hear you.
We hear you.
I'm cranky though.
You're cranky?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because I had a big new thing I was going to unveil on the show today, but it's not set up, so I'm cranky.
Should we give Aaron Thomas another shout out? He got some representation yesterday.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, there's going to be a battle here. We may need to call we need to call a referee, but yeah, exactly. So, what was I? So
yeah, if anybody knows an IT person in the Detroit area. No, just kidding. we love Aaron Thomas, our IT guy. He doesn't have an easy job.
No, but today we had special.
But if you do know somebody, it's luke@benzinga.com is the email address.
There you go. Now hit the like button a couple times. We got some crypto. Now Steve Ehrlich, he's the founder of Voyager. He used to be the CEO of Lightspeed. Before that, he was an executive at E-Trade. He is here to give us a little brief on where should we buy Bitcoin if we want to buy it. Do you go buy it at a brokerage? Do you buy it here? Or can you get interest on your money? And that, we all want to know this, because I said this morning, the morning show, that I may open a Voyager account live on the show because I bought some GBTC today, which has a premium in the stock market, when maybe I should just buy Bitcoin directly through Voyager. So Steve,
if you know to clarify what GBTC is as well, I think that would be helpful if you know more about that.
Yeah, so GBTC is a Bitcoin trust that does, you do pay a premium to Bitcoin to buy that, but it's publicly traded, so it's accessible for advisors and so forth that want to trade that can't buy Bitcoin today because maybe they're not allowed by mandate and so forth. But before we hit there, your last segment had stock to buy for a year from now.
Yeah, what is it? Hit me.
It's easy. It's Voyager, VYGVF on the OTC markets. Bitcoin is, now really in vogue. Some of the big companies are starting to get into it, but they're still a few months away, before they start really, trying to deliver something. But there's only one place to actually buy it, and it's really Voyager. And the reason why I say that is we were built, I'm an ex-E-trader, ex-Lightspeed, know how to build products that are quick and easy to use. People can actually download the app and get funded and ready to trade in 3 minutes or less. You could go buy your first Bitcoin. And what we actually do there is make it so easy for you to buy on a mobile device. It's Android, iOS. We're giving you interest on it. So if you go buy Bitcoin, we're giving you 5% interest, 5.5% interest, I think it is, on your Bitcoin. So just think about that. Someone brought to my attention earlier in the week one of Albert Einstein's greatest quotes. The eighth wonder of the world is compounding interest. So think about that. You're buying Bitcoin, with no fees, commission free, and you're going to, as you hold it, you're going to get the appreciation and 5.5% interest, that compounds. So
basically, Steve, what you're saying is, so if I were to buy a full Bitcoin right now, and let's say it's like 13 grand or somewhere around there, each year that I own it, I'm going to get paid about 5% of that.
Yeah, and it's actually just so your viewers and listeners know, you don't have to buy one full Bitcoin. You can buy fractionals. You can buy, as low as $10 worth.
I don't understand. So I got a guy in the chat, Digital Doji, telling me through the Voyager app he's been earning 9.5% on USDC. 9.5% on USDC. Okay, do you know what he's talking about?
100%. So we started the conversation with Bitcoin, right?
Luke, can you move from Pro to Voyager site just for a minute?
Yep. Yeah, if you go to our site, you'll see that too. But
just trying to show off the stock, but okay.
Yeah. We give up to 9.5% on USDC, which is a USD backed stable coin. It's equivalent 1-to-1 to $1. It's from our partnership with Circle, who's one of the biggest stable coin providers in the industry. Every dollar of a stable coin is backed with a real dollar in a New York State trust bank. So there's no risk to the money from a 1-to-1 perspective. You put $1 of USDC in, you'll get $1 of USDC out, and we'll give you up to 9.5% interest on that. But think about it.
So is it like a risk-free investment then?
It's a risk. It is not risk-free because we are, as banks do, we are loaning out the coins to get a return on that. But what we do, which is different than the banks, banks are getting 10, 12, 13% return on capital. We're giving 80% plus back to the consumer. Today, you put your cash at one of the big banks and you get 0%. And
nothing, which is why this is interesting.
Yeah, we're getting droves of people logging in, buying, either Bitcoin or USDC or other coins that we offer interest. I think we offer interest on about 17 coins, soon to be announced to go to over 20. But you get to compound your money that way. And when you say,
I know, but you guys are still too advanced for me, Luke. I'm like a
break it
10-year-old.
down.
Okay, let me just say something to you. So if I put $1 million in Voyager in,
All right, wait, Jason, I'm pulling out the calculator. All right,
okay,
so I got $1
thank
million
you.
in the calculator.
Yep, in USDC. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna put $1 million in it. If the USDC falls, do I lose? Can I lose principal? Is my
No,
first
you
question.
cannot lose principal. It's
Okay.
tied to the dollar, 1 for 1.
What if the dollar falls?
Well, what if your dollar falls when it's in your mattress?
Great. So
You
I
have
want to
the
make sure.
inflationary-
I
you
want to
don't-
make sure. Hold on. I want to make sure before anything, I give you $1 million in this thing. I don't lose principal. Correct?
Correct. No principal loss.
Okay. Thank you. Now,
Yeah, that's crazy.
what is the interest rate that I accumulate on?
You get actually 8.5% on your USDC. But if you own our token, which is the Voyager token, 10,000 of them, which is equivalent to $1,500, you get an extra 1% boost on it. So minimum you get 8.5%. Maximum you
Okay.
get 9.5%.
So Jason's $1 million in his mattress. He's now making 85 grand to 95 grand now.
Yeah, he can go.
wait,
he
hold
can
on.
take
No,
his
look.
wife out for dinner.
Luke, you're going too fast for me. You guys don't slow down for me. I'm like, I talk fast, but my brain thinks slow, I guess, on this crypto shit.
That's a bad combo.
It really is, because what I say won't make sense then. So, Luke, take that calculator again. You said I'm making 85,000. Is that monthly, annual? What am I making? Come on,
You
give me
get
the.
paid the interest by us on a monthly basis. So 1/12 of 85,000 is give or take $7,000, 7,000 and change. You get $7,000 credited to your account every month.
Okay.
And then you earn interest on that, right? So now your million becomes 1,007,000 for the next month, and you're going to earn the 8.5 to 9.5%. So
Okay,
you get more than 7,000 the next month. That's the compounding aspect.
So, and then you said I could buy the Voyager coin. And what's that interest on that again?
Voyager coin has interest at 3% that gets paid monthly. That as well compounds.
But why would I want that versus the 8.5%?
Okay, so there's two reasons. It's the same reason why you would own USDC versus maybe Bitcoin. And let's keep it to Bitcoin for a second. Bitcoin, you have the volatility. So not only do you get the interest, you have the opportunity that if Bitcoin goes from where it is about 13,000 to where I think it'll go over the next few months to 18 to 20,000, you get appreciation plus interest. In a USDC, you're getting your principal plus interest. So there's no ups, there's no upside to owning USDC, except you get the interest, which your bank doesn't pay you today.
Okay, but in the scenario of buying your coin, I also get downside if it goes down, right?
It's same as Bitcoin. You get upside and you get downside. That's why the USDC is called a stable coin, because it's
okay. I never knew what stable coin meant.
Stable.
I heard it for years. I had no idea.
Stable. It's pegged to the dollar.
Oh my God. I did not know that for years either.
All right. If you just learned what a stable coin is for the first time, put a 1 in the chat.
Yeah.
I'm putting a 1 for myself.
I
had no idea.
I guarantee AD knows, because I'm slow as AF.
Yeah.
So, but here we go. So this is okay. Now, we have a guest asking you, Steven, what is the minimum deposit required?
I think it's like, $10 or so forth to start gaining interest. It's pretty low.
Okay. Now, can companies have one of these accounts?
We do. We started up a business over the last couple of weeks that corporate treasuries are really interested in Bitcoin and in the USDC coin. And we've seen quite a few corporate treasuries say, I'm going to put my excess cash in USDC coin because it is a stable coin, dollar for dollar, and I'm going to earn 8.5 to 9.5%. And again, my typical bank is giving me 0 while they're earning all the interest.
Okay.
They're loaning it out, earning interest.
And by the way, just to remind everyone, we have Steve Ehrlich with us. He's the CEO of Voyager Digital. It's a public company. Symbol is somewhere. What's symbol? Steve?
All right, I got it up. I got it up on the screen.
Thank you. So Steve Ehrlich, CEO, longtime friend of Benzinga and myself and Luke. But so Voyager Digital. So I do have. I'm gonna go.
Wait, Jason. Before that, we got to give a round of applause. We got 2 people in the chat that knew what a stable coin is before now. Gary and Bailey.
So
you are the two informed listeners that we have.
Yep, you can get Benzinga swag. So, well, Bailey, send an email to Jason@Benzinga with your size of shirt and address. If you want a t-shirt, we'll send it your way. So thank you. We got two informed listeners, Jason@Benzinga.com. All right, so stable coin, 9% or whatever I get. The next question is, how is that possible? Like, so the bank is 1%. How is it possible that I can get 9%?
Well, it's a pretty simple solution.
Okay.
The bank, go look at a balance sheet.
Yeah, see, daily swing trader. Fine. There you go. He wants to know, what's the catch? Like,
No
we
catch.
all want to know what the catch is.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too.
No
There has to be a
didn't wanna
catch.
ask.
No, there isn't. Look at the balance sheet of a bank. Your bank,
The banks don't lend out at 9%. They lend out at 4%, dude.
they not necessarily true. They're actually leveraging your cash, because go look at the banking rules. The banking rules allow banks to lever at 20x times the deposits they take in. It's a 5% minimum capital requirement. So they're not just lending it out at 7. They're lending.
I'm pulling a Jason now, so slowing it down. So if I give JP Morgan $1,000 in my checking account, right? Then they can lend out an additional 20 grand, basically.
Correct. And there's different requirements as well on capital requirements at a bank level, based upon whether you're putting that in a checking account or a savings account, and what the capital requirements are. So think about it, that they're not just taking it. The banks are a lot more than just a flat out loan part. Like, they're not taking your money and just loaning it. They're doing all sorts of derivative transactions with that money too. They have prop trading. They have,
they're good at this stuff.
They manage balance sheets, and they're getting a give or take, the return on capital is somewhere between 15 and 20% at the big banks. All we're doing is a much simpler approach, is only the loan side of this. And we only do it with billion-dollar companies. One that's been mentioned in the news over the last 24 hours is BitGo, because they're rumored to be sold to PayPal, as PayPal tries to get in this industry, which is, again, great for our stock, because then people are interested in crypto again.
And you got comps too,
Wait. So what does BitGo do different?
BitGo is one of the parties we lend to. And so we'll earn, if we're giving out 8.5%, we're earning maybe 9.5%. So our spreads are so small because we give it back to the consumer. The difference between us and a traditional bank is we're working for the customer. We're giving the customer that interest bank, where the banks are taking them today.
I know, but here's what it doesn't make sense. If the banks right now give you very little, you can find 1%, you can find 1.5, 2%. So why are you crypto guys doing 9%? Why aren't you doing 4% or 5%? Like, why are you going so extremely high? Like, why, Steve?
Customer acquisition, right?
No, you don't need to go to 9%. Steve, can you lower it to 7%? Yes. Or is it up to you, or is it up to Circle?
It's up to me. Exactly what I want to give back to the customers. We're all about a customer experience.
So then, okay. But let's say you didn't care about making a profit, and if I worked at Voyager, would I be getting 10%?
If you worked at Voyager, would you get 10%? No, you'll get the same as everybody else. But I care about satisfying the customer and getting more people into this ecosystem, which is the financial future. And we are the financial firm of the future, because of trading, because of loans, because of debit cards that are coming out. Mm-hmm. We want people into this ecosystem to see how efficient this is and why you should be in
I do have a very important question coming up, but I want to get one more on this. So Steve, why not lower it to 7%? You're already so much higher than the bank. It's the value.
I want to answer this too after Steve goes.
Part of it is customer acquisition, because we want more customers. We're building customer loyalty through this. We're building customers who want to be in the crypto system. The competitive landscape, we look at that as well, as what's being paid out there, what the products we're bringing to the market over the next 6 months, what's enticing to get customers into the ecosystem. This all goes into.
Okay. So then my question is all your savings, your wife's savings, who's very conservative, is it in your stable coin, or what's up with that?
We have significant money tied up in our company, in our stable coin, in Bitcoin. I mean, when Bitcoin is able to be used to spend more down the line, which I still think is many years down the road because of the volatility, we're bringing more and more into into this ecosystem. We believe in this. I mean, this is what we do.
Okay, and look, before you go, there is a little bit of risk, right, Steve? The only like risk is if, oh God,
it's your wife telling you to put more money. It's your wife telling you to put more money in USDC. Because what do you do?
Yeah. Your Stacy's listening. She called. She's like, take the money out of Chase.
Yeah, Chase isn't doing anything for us.
Oh my God, I got is okay. So
all right, well, here's my thought on
Steve,
the 9.5.
wait 1 second.
Right.
1 second.
I got a rant to do, but go ahead.
No, 1 second, Steve. There has to be some risk, and the risk that I'm assuming, since it doesn't have FDIC insurance, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
That is true.
And so the risk would be if Voyager or Circle went out of business. Is that the risk?
No, I mean, we monitor. Remember how we're doing this is, and you can look at it and why we're a public company. We're a public company so people can see our financials on a quarterly basis, and the transparency of customer assets and the exposure the company has is all there. You can look at it. We'll file sometime next week our year-end financials. You'll see the amount of assets we have and the amount of assets we owe customers. We are as transparent as any crypto company, probably the most.
Are you well capitalized?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Do you want to break your earnings numbers here first before they're next week?
I think so.
I could do that with you guys, and I'm happy to do that.
I don't. No. I mean, I'm saying in this moment, or should we do it?
No,
next week?
I can't do that. I can't do that. I need to do my press release. I need to get the financials finalized. They will be done by next week. The auditors are almost signed off. We have a deadline of October 28th, and we will clearly meet that deadline. But the point to what you're saying, there's always a little risk. There's risk at the banks too. Remember, everyone tends to forget 12 years ago.
I don't.
Right?
I don't.
12 years ago, we were afraid Washington Mutual wasn't going to be able to pay.
No, that's true. That's true. And then the government bailed them out. But is the government going to bail out this stuff?
There's significant high stakes players, high capitalized players, I should say, that are in this space. That's why the partners we use when we pair off with the loans are only billion-dollar companies, well capitalized, that we do our own analysis of every single person and every single company we work with on that loan. So that gives us comfort. That should give consumers comfort. That's how we operate.
All right, now I'll let Luke talk because I've been messing him up. So go ahead.
All right. Here's my rant. Because Jason, because you're saying like the 9% is too high, right? And it should be 7, 5. But here's my thing about it, right? The 5% isn't interesting to me. 9% is interesting to me because the S&P 500 total return is 12, right? And I've got downside risk. So if you're in the S&P 500,
no downside risk.
12% total return. Let's say you're paying a financial advisor 1% a year, right? So now you're at 11%. So if you can do it yourself at 9% versus 11, you get 100% of principal back. You don't have principal risk. That's what I think makes it seem really interesting. At 5%, I'm not going to give up a 7% difference to eliminate that downside. But at a 2% difference, I mean, it's definitely interesting.
One other point to clarify here too for you guys and for all the listeners, watchers is, to cover and make sure that guys like you don't ask about the risk and so forth. That's why we're coming out with a debit card. So you'll be able to take your USDC, hold it, earn 8.5 to 9.5%, take your debit card, go swipe it to go pay for your lunch or your wife's birthday gift or anniversary gift, whatever you need to. You'll be able to swipe it and you'll earn interest all the way up to the point where you're going to swipe your card.
Okay,
so you're saying that Luke should move his $500 that he has saved up for the rest of his whole life.
I've got 560
into a Voyager account.
I would say that is a very smart move to maximize your interest. Yep.
What is like the biggest account someone has with you?
Oh, I can't say that, but they're definitely into well into six figures.
Okay, no, that gives us some direction.
I'm saying so there's not people that have a 7-digit account. Too nervous right now for 7 digits?
No, I won't say that. I can't say that.
Okay. Well, because I was thinking of putting $4 million with you. That's why I'm asking.
Benzinga should put some of their corporate treasury funds.
Well, that's
you got $5 million, sitting around in Benzinga waiting to be used. You put it in at 9%. say even number 10%, 9% is $450,000 on a $10 million balance. Hey, that's a lot of good stuff you could do with that.
I mean, that makes my $500 seem like nothing.
Yeah,
Everything but bear in mind, to the listeners that only want to put $1,000 in, compound $1,000 at 9% year over year, and do it month over month when you're getting that check.
No,
And what's the minimum, Steve?
$10.
Question about that.
I think it's about $10. It's somewhere between 10 and 100.
Luke, you got to listen. He said it earlier, man.
I believe it's 10, but I could be wrong. It could be 100. So,
and hey, guys, I see we have about 200 people watching live, and people will be watching it on radio later and all this. But I'm just asking Steve these questions, because I really want to know. Steve is one of the most credible guys that I know, reputation-wise, integrity. He just is. And I stand by that. So you're not dealing with a guy that, is new at this kind of stuff. And I'm asking because I really want to know. I mean, I have people that, have money and they want to put it in a thing, stable coin. So I'm going to send this video to them. I mean, this is just just the solution that could be there. The big question is the downside risk. There's really not downside risk. And you get taxed on the interest like you would normally, I guess.
You get taxed on the interest like you would normally. So you got to tax affect that.
Luke, Marseille said she didn't hear it. So thanks for asking again.
Yeah. And I appreciate your kind words, Jace. I mean, I think, look, my reputation and our team stands unequivalent to anybody else in the industry. I mean, we are capital markets guys through and through, been doing this. You can go check me on Broker Check, because I've been in the broker dealer world, not a mark on my license for doing that for 26 years. So, and then you add on top of it, one of my co-founders is Oscar Salazar. He built the very first Uber app, the founding CTO of Uber. So we've got the most credible management team, board of directors. Jarrett Lillian's on our board of directors, former CEO of E-Trade.
When are you going to meet me? When are you going to introduce me to that guy?
You want it? I'll do it right after this.
I mean, seriously, I've never talked to him on the phone. It's crazy.
You just bring him on live.
Yeah, bring him on live. We only have 200 people. Mitch Hodge is going to put 20,000 with you. Hey, do we have a referral relationship with you? Mitch, if you're going to open an account with Voyager right now, can someone paste the link in? We must have a referral agreement, right, Luke?
If not, just we'll get it set up real quick.
Sure we do.
My team's
I know we've got a page somewhere.
We got a page somewhere.
I'm sure we do.
Jordan, can you pull it up? Crypto is just monetary currency involving. Yeah, that's true, David. All right. So real quick, guys, any questions for Steve? You put them in the chat. I know Luke has been watching it and asked Marseille. So thank you, Luke. That was a good question, Marseille, because I'm sure other people didn't hear it either. And Marseille, I was just giving Luke shit because that's just what we have to do.
Yeah. I told Jason the fact that his brain moves slow, but his mouth moves fast is a bad thing.
Some other stuff we didn't touch on that I'll throw your way too here is that, I think this week we announced two pretty cool things. One is we announced our expansion into Europe through a French regulated entity. We're super excited about getting into Europe and bringing our products to Europe. But earlier in the week, we were lucky enough that we connected with NBA Hall of Famer Tracy McGrady. And Tracy now is a huge advocate for financial education and literacy and compounding interest. And he's
click that link to open a Voyager account right there on the right side. Click that link.
Yeah, he's now a partner to us, an advisor to us, and working with us to bring crypto to the masses, because it's about time. The government's probably going to throw another $1.3 trillion into the economy. It devalues the dollar. So you might as well start earning interest on your money rather than we're in a zero interest rate environment for the next 10 years. You might as well start compounding it now.
And Steve, I've got a surprise for you. Can you see my screen? I'm sharing it right now.
Wait a second.
We got Coinbase alternatives. Number 1 is Voyager.
I know, but what's that big Coinbase stuff in the middle? They don't.
Well, that we've got to fix. Okay, we're working on it. But at least we got you down as the number 1 Coinbase alternative.
I like that.
I dropped the article in the chat, guys. So check it out.
Yeah, that Coinbase ad there. It's they don't pay anyone interest on crypto. They're trying to be like the big bank. We're trying to be the challenger, the alternative to the big banks. We want people to earn and be able to afford things as they get later in life.
So let's say I have a Coinbase.
And guys, I sorry, I gotta hop off. You guys keep going without me.
Good,
I got a call. Gotta go try to make us some money.
Do you want to do the call live on here? No.
Not this one.
Okay. All right.
I might get yelled at.
I'll catch up with you later.
All right.
All right. All right.
See you guys.
Okay. So Listen, so Bailey is doing some marketing. Who's Bailey? Is Bailey one of your marketers?
No, the beautiful thing about Voyager is our community is really loyal community, and we're excited about it. It helps us build our product. And look, I mean, the folks there, Bailey, others will tell you this, is that I will be on Telegram or Twitter late at night, anytime. All our customers can reach me. I'll take direct messages. I'll answer what I can. Some things I can't answer because we're a public company. But I think the most important thing about Voyager is we're customer driven, and customer input matters. Customer feedback matters. Speaking to our customers, learning about what they want, what they're thinking about that's the most important thing. You don't have a business without customers. You know that. Your business is about the same thing. It's all about the customers. Without it, you don't have a business.
100%. At the end of the day, if you don't take care, and that's what people forget. That, I have a thing here. You respond to every email every time, no exceptions, no excuses. And there's times we just had a person, it was a day and a half, they didn't hear back from them. And like, that is not tolerated here. You know why? Because you work all those years building the company, and one person jeopardizes your brand, your reputation. Not tolerated here. And it's like, if I see it again, the person's gone. Like, it's not about the person. It's about the company. The company needs to survive, not the person. You know what I mean?
It takes years to build a reputation, and it takes 1 second to blow it up.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
my dad taught me that a really long time ago, that
Yep.
it takes years to build your reputation, but it could be gone in a second. So make sure whatever decision you make, you're doing what's right, because all those years of work could be down the drain.
I know, but then isn't life kind of boring?
No, you do the right thing all the time, man. I mean, it's like you can have fun, which we all have had. I mean, please don't get any of my fraternity brothers on the.
Don't
fun without being reckless.
And don't do it. What's his name? Did you see Jeffrey Tobin this week?
No, what?
Tobin, the CNN legal analyst, was on a call with the New Yorker. Do you know who I'm talking?
I did that. Yes. Gee whiz! Like, what goes through people's brains?
I mean, seriously. I mean, come on, like this, just crazy. So, wait, a couple more things that I want to think about. You guys have been growing. So your assets under management, can you say that what they were like 6 months ago and what they are now?
Give you some idea of our growth.
That's helpful.
Yeah, we were at 2 million of customer assets, June 30th, 2019, audited financials. We were at 5 million at December 31st, 2019. The audit report that we'll send out, because we gave preliminary guidance to the street, had 70 million at June 30th, 2020. So that's a 14x since December. And we've grown significantly since June. So we haven't given that guidance to the street, but we've grown significantly since June. And it's not just appreciation in the market. A lot of people say, oh, Bitcoin's gone up, you got the appreciation, and the other coins have gone up. It's like, no, we get constant deposits, customers bringing in crypto and dollars to our platform.
Yeah. And fair disclosure, I'm an investor in a company. It looks like it's doing great, and you're hearing this stuff and the stable coin. So are you not allowed to like buy TV ads and say, hey, you want an 8% or 9% rate? Come to us.
We're allowed to buy. We're allowed to do that. We have just started. The announcement of McGrady earlier in the week has changed and added to our marketing, where we were all about the crypto enthusiasts and bringing people over from their traditional exchange platforms. Now we're going mass market. And quite funny is we announced that Monday, going mass market, and then PayPal makes their announcement yesterday. So maybe we're smarter than them because we came out before them. We're trying to get more mass adoption here. And the USDC, which we talked about, is a really important aspect of getting people comfortable with the ecosystem, getting the money they think that they're getting, make sure it's in their account, and then they'll graduate into buying Bitcoin or Litecoin or Ethereum or Voyager token from there. But this is the financial technology of the future. There's no doubt about it.
Okay.
And trying to get people in.
Okay. And then are you looking for to grow bigger or get acquired right now?
I mean, the age-old question that everyone loves to ask me. We'll just keep growing. If someone wants to make an offer for us, you have a fiduciary obligation to all your shareholders to listen to anything that comes your way. Our goal is to just continue to grow our business. I mean, we're literally 14x in assets in 6 months. In 1 year, it was 35x. I know what we're going to do for the next year and how this business is going to grow. So if somebody, you go on your path of doing what you do and do it well, and others come up around, that's just part of being in business. It's part of being a private company.
You're doing amazing, and don't give numbers, but how do you like Benzinga's results as well? Because I know you kind of know them.
Look, I've been really satisfied, and it's same thing. Full disclosure, I've invested in you and Benzinga and believe in the business. And you guys are killing it. And I mean, you're a great partner to us. I mean, you and I have known each other for years. I mean, geez, I remember the day you walked into my old business at Lightspeed, and I think you walked in my office after speaking to one of my colleagues, and you left 3.5 hours later because we saw the markets the same way. We saw, believe in growth, and I'm psyched about how good you guys are doing.
And you had those hockey sticks I wanted to steal. The only thing that I effed up, and you did it right. When I saw you, you were like, when I met you first, you were like 50 pounds heavier. And then you did Jenny Craig and this other thing, and you're skinny. And I keep saying I'm going to lose weight, and I eat great all day. And then what comes from 11 o'clock to 3 a.m. when I wake up in the middle of the night, I ruin everything. And it's just like, I'm tired of it. Cause now that I'm doing video and we're about to launch this TV show in a month and a half, I need to lose 20 pounds before we go on TV. Like I just need to. And it's like my discipline. I don't know what is wrong with me. It's like I have like a chemical imbalance of some sort, which I know I do, but the food one is crazy.
Well, a couple of things. One is it was Nutrisystem, and the food is mediocre without throwing them any extra credit. They should pay for the advertising. We could do a bet here. I'll go. I could lose another 20. I have no problem. It's always good to be healthy. I was
105 this morning.
Was that your temperature? Or your
weight?
Weight?
I said 105. Jesus. It's my IQ or whatever. If that's lower or high. No, I was 205.
Well, let's do a bet. You and I will do a bet challenge. Let people kind of bet on, who they think is going to be percentage body weight in a certain amount of time. Let's do it.
I want to bet on you because you've done it. I haven't.
Well, you want to win, don't you? I mean,
true.
We're only in the positions we are as CEOs of companies because you have a burning desire to succeed and win. But you don't do it. We do it. And what I admire about what you're doing in Benzinga is we do it the right way. We do it through belief in our customers and treating customers right. We don't do it win at all costs. That's not acceptable.
I agree.
This isn't a college football program where it's win at all costs. We know a lot of them. I think your school's one of them.
No, it's about bettering people. I want people to exceed their expectations in life. See, I think people put false limitations on them. They told my mom and dad that I'll never be able to read in first grade. So, and I had this limitation. So like, I'm not a grammar Nazi. I don't know how I got in the media business. And so, but I now read differently than others, and I notice things, and so like you said, you overcome to be successful. But for some reason, when it comes to weight, I don't have that overarching, so maybe this bet could work. What should the bet be?
I don't know. Let your listeners throw some stuff out there, and we'll do it. We'll put something on the line.
I'm like 5'9" or 5'10", guys. Someone asked I don't know what should it be. Mitch, what should the bet be? Or say, what should the bet be? I don't know. I don't know.
My guy, the Voyager folks that are out there, throw us out some, throw it on Twitter,
Steve, they want to know your height.
Once I wish we can get, ask them what they think my height is. Cause video is great.
What do you think his height is, guys? And then we got to go to we have actually 90 seconds left before we go to the break. All right. So no one guessing his height, they're delayed. That's right. They're delayed. I'm reading. So they're responding actually. So, okay. They're telling you, Steve, since you've been doing this and you've lost weight, to give me odds.
Sure. I'll give you odds. No problem.
Okay. All right. So what is the bet?
And by the way, I'm 5'7". On a good day, I will claim 5'8". I'm in a family where my brothers and my dad are 6'2" or above.
So some guy gave you 6 foot. Some guy gave you 6 foot, 5'10", 5'7", 6'2", 6 foot, 5'4", 5'11". It was all over the board. It was all over the board.
If I was 6'5", I might have been playing in the NBA. But
hey guys, can you
5'7".
Can you guys give Steve a like? Hit the thumbs up on the YouTube. I want this chat to get surfaced. All right. So the bet. I would say it could be a money or a trip or some stable coin. I don't know. Or guys, I'm trying to think. Or Steve
Over
has
the
to
next-
write an article why I'm the greatest, and then I have to write an article why he's the greatest.
All right. By the end of the weekend, we'll come up with something and we'll post it on both our Twitter feeds, and
All
we'll
right.
come up with what the bet is.
Yeah, it says they came up with a bunch. They said donate 10,000. Then they said 1 million USD to USDC on app. Loser buys winner at Tesla. $200. Yeah. So all right, guys. Thanks, Steve. I don't know what the milkman is. But this is good stuff.
I was the milkman.
Jason.
It must
Jason,
be at me. I'm the milkman because my brothers are 6'2" and 6'4", and I'm 5'7". I said I was the runt. So
that's what's going
it
on.
must have been the milkman.
Oh, so it says Jason has to drop some cash in Voyager. If Steven wins, I may do that anyway, but Steven has to get a year membership for Benzinga Pro. So he has to get a year membership for someone else, because he doesn't necessarily need it. He can't trade stocks. He's, but
I don't trade. I don't trade stocks because I'm working on my business all day long.
We're probably gonna have like a $350 bet. It sounds like. All right, but we need to know your percentage weights, and we need to weigh in every 2 weeks, and it has to be like a 3-month bet or 2-month bet, right?
Done. We're on.
All right, we're on. Steven Ehrlich from Voyager Digital. Thank you for coming on. You're a great guest. You guys, hopefully you guys learned about, the Voyager coin app, the Voyager coin. If they want to buy that you can buy the Voyager coin. You can buy stable coin. The Voyager coin has upside if Bitcoin goes up. So Steven's buying the upside. I'm just, asking about stable because I want to understand it. But a lot of opportunities here, and you get interest on your money when you buy Bitcoin with Voyager. Oh, can I switch money out of Coinbase to you? That's what I want to know.
Very easy. I mean, if you have cash, it's easy. If you have crypto, it's easy. And if you need help, send an email to support, I think at investvoyager.com, and they will help you, guide you along the way.
All right. Thank you, Steven. We'll talk to you later. Have a good one.
Thanks for having me, bud. Speak to you soon.
Yep.
Bye.
Peace. All right. So guys, that was Steven Ehrlich from Voyager Digital. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button a couple of times. I want to show you just one little thing. I don't know if it's going to work because it's too bright in this room. The lighting is not what I wanted today, but here we go. Let's see if it works. Nope. I got to make an adjustment. Hold on, guys. Don't go anywhere. All right. Maybe this will work. Let's see. I can't tell. I'm not sure. One more second, guys. Don't go anywhere. All right. I'm gonna be dark to you for a second. I'm just gonna be a little dark. Okay. Are you guys there? You guys see me? Are we still live? I think we are. I gotta make the screen brighter because I can barely see it. There we go. All right. So you guys know we do stock trades here. I give you stock trades. We've had one hell of a successful week. That letter U up 18% or 16% this week. I may show the screen again, but we also do, we have winners and losers. All right. So I gotta put a big, I don't have my egg. I wanted to crack an egg on my head. I do not like losing, guys. I do not like losing in the stock market. I like to hedge and protect, and I'm losing big on one stock, and it is time, and it is not good. So it is time to be open about it and talk about it and own it. So here we go. We're on the daily. Let's go. Del Taco's up. Woohoo! My Del Taco's up finally. But we have a red alert. We have a red alert. Let's get the red on. Let's go. Is the red? Yep. Red alert. Look at the light behind me. That's the red alert for symbol GAN. We are down to 1564. We are down 10% from when I bought it. Okay. I want you guys, you can look at it. I like to buy the thing behind the thing. I like to buy the thing behind the thing. GAN powers other casino apps, sports betting, all that stuff. I believe in the long-term story. The valuation may have got ahead of itself. So GAN is one that I like, but I'm down 10% on it. Hence why you got a red light that doesn't show up too well. But that's what it is. And then we're going to have a green light. Let's go for our green light of the week is one of my favorites. Here we go. Green light of the day, green light of the week. That green light doesn't show up that well. I got to get a new light. I got to get new lights, guys. If anyone knows where to buy new lights, tell me. But the room app helped 85 pounds. I don't know what that is. So the green light, SPH. We're talking some nice moves, guys. This is some significant moves. and we're up to 1779 today. And also Generic. So those are our green light trades of the week. Now we're doing a shorter show today. We appreciate you checking in. Please like and subscribe. We can't do this show without you. The only reason the show exists is to educate, learn, invest, learn from our mistakes. Upwork broke 20 again today. You know, I've been saying 20 Upwork since 14, 15. I think we're going to head into 25. I'm hanging on to my Upwork. VSTO, I'm hanging on to that as well. I know LCA, Dapper Romeo. There's no reason to just put it in there a bunch, but it's not one I own. I got different plays. LTHM, I got that play too. So that's what I got. Be careful out there though. Don't leverage yourself too much. I'm on margin today. I got a bunch of margin. I'm going to sell a couple things, or I'm going to trim some stuff before the week is out, because I don't like to be on too much margin going into a week because you never know what's going to happen. So the U gain was so big this week. I'm going to trim 20% of the position right now as we're talking. We're doing this live. So you're going to see a trade. If you're watching level 2 quotes, you're going to see my trade execute as we speak. I'm selling 20% of the position right now. Put in the order in. Let's see if it executes. You can see it if you're watching level 2 quotes. Okay, what else? I want to get down that margin just a little bit more, guys. So we're going to sell a little bit more of something else. I'm going to try to find a loser, because margin is when you borrow from the brokerage to be able to expand your position without using your own capital. You shouldn't do it. I don't advise it if you don't have a lot of experience at it, but that's what that margin is. What else is there to trim? Okay, here we go. We got to trim a little bit of this one. We had a big gain in Smile Direct this week. I've been in it for a while. I'm going to sell 10% of Smile Direct, just 10, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, just moving things around. I don't want to be in too much margin, guys, you know, no reason to be. So I'm making the move as we speak. Hit, execute, boom, sold. Okay. That's where we go. What's a good entry for SPH? Well, I think SPH is going higher, so I think a good entry is now. So it did drop this week. I know a lot of guys bought some this week. Maybe I should sell some Del Taco. I've been owning this one for a while. I've owned it for a while. Bad English, guys. I should improve my English here. You guys could mark me. Del Taco is moving up. You guys know I'm a big Curaleaf owner, CURLF. I'm still in that one. Upwork, I'm not going to sell. No, I thank you for the recommendation, but I just don't feel like selling Upwork. I mean, SPH has really taken off this week. I'm up 23% on it. I just don't want to sell it. I still just believe in it fundamentally right now. I'm going to trim a little more Del Taco. Okay, guys. Thank you. If you have any questions, please like and subscribe. And if you have any questions about Benzinga Pro, please email VIP accounts. You have, a 5-person team there, or 6, that will answer your question. You can see chat and video like this all day. But yes, my other stock that I'm selling now to get below the margin number I want to be is a little more of my Del Taco. I don't know. I've owned it for so many years. CGC, I don't know CGC. So I'll look it up for you right now and give you the Benzinga Pro take on it, the Benzinga Pro opinion, which is Canopy Growth. Oh yeah, I know Canopy Growth. What am I talking about? Oh God, I got to throw some paper today for that bad mistake. CGC, throw it in the garbage can. Woohoo! I made it. I don't always make it. Canopy Growth is also a good one. I like it, but I'm in TerraSend, TRSSF, and the other one, which Curaleaf. But Canopy Growth is also good. All right, guys, thanks for checking in. We hope to be live Monday. I don't know if they're going to renew us. YouTube may not renew us. That's why we need some likes and subscribes. Again, we're here for you. If you give us stocks to research, we'll research them and talk about them on the show. But, that's the story. So, and I bought Asana today, ASAN. I bought an opening position in Asana. If it falls down to 21, I'll buy more. I bought an opening position in Asana today. And it's gonna be like a slack position. I'm gonna play it as it goes down. I think there's room for it to fall, but I need to like be able to watch it. So I need to own it for my portfolio, but that's what I got. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, Alexander. Well, yeah, it was garbage. I got it. This, and GAN, guys, GAN, I need a lighter. Can anyone give me a lighter right now? I need a lighter because I need to light this crumbled paper on fire. There's ways to give multiple likes. Share us on Twitter, share us on Facebook, subscribe to our channel. We're at 23,700 subscribers. I really want to get to 25,000 by the end of this weekend, but we're really far for that. So if you guys can help, I'll send you all t-shirts. I have Benzinga swag that I'm happy to send you guys. I appreciate you guys. We're here for you. Benzinga's been around since 2010. I started this in my basement. It was a one-person show. We're now around 85 people. We have different roles that, if you have experience web developing or web designing, we can use your help. I'm just jason@benzinga.com. Thanks, Chris, for stopping by and saying hi. Chris, you're giving me a stock pick. Okay. JMIA. Let's see what's JMIA. Oh, Jumia Technologies. Okay. Listen, Jumia Technologies. This is a interesting one. I don't use it. I like to buy stuff that we use, but I know this one, but I don't use it. So it's another one. Jumia, you got so Chris says buy Jumia. So buy some Jumia, guys. If it's not up next week, Chris will come on the show and he'll have to owe you guys some money. Okay. He'll have to owe you some money, and it won't be just throwing away a piece of trash. But again, for our GAN mistake, I missed, guys. I'm going to and hopefully I'll get better lighting next week, better camera and stuff. And please, if you want to come on the show, you have ideas, you want to host a show, please email me at jason@benzinga.com. Citron turned bullish on JMIA. Okay. Is that on benzinga.com, Chris? Can we have a link? Come on. You got to promote us. Gene Munster pick. Oh, I love Gene Munster picks. Yep. Amazon and Africa. So why don't we all take a trip to Africa and learn about how involved GMIA is? That's how I bought Apple. I sat in a CompUSA and I watched how people looked at the Apple new iMacs, the blue translucent cases. And I've owned Apple since 2001 or something. Okay, good day to all. Oh, Joe LaRock, first time viewing. Go to benzinga.com, subscribe to one of our newsletters, then go to Benzinga Pro and subscribe. But get with us. And there you go. So get with us, read benzinga.com, subscribe, like and subscribe. I can't believe we only have 102 likes. We had a lot more people there. You guys, all you have to do is hit the like button for a second or hit the down button if you really don't like me. And listen, I don't like myself a lot too sometimes. So I could understand. That one down like that you see is probably me. So there's days where I'm just like, what am I doing? Just like the whole diet thing. All right, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. Sorry for rambling so much. And we'll bring Hot Stocks Luke back Monday. We'll bring another guest. You guys can recommend them. Bill, thank you for that. We appreciate that more than you know. If you have any ideas for us, let us know. If you can help execute, let us know. Life is hard. We all have our own challenges. Let's overcome them together. Let's team up. Let's care for each other. And, there's one person I put on a 5-minute silence because he was being kind of rude to someone. We're going to be a room. We're always be a room of people that are nice. We'll mess around, but we're never going to publicly criticize someone on messages here because it's so easy to do. I want people that care for each other, wants to help each other's out. So, Chris, thank you for that on Benzinga Pro. Thank you, guys. Good luck. Have a safe weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.